Hi, my name is Andrea. I'm a senior in the College of Liberal Arts, graduating in May with a Bachelor of Individualized Studies with focuses in Communication Studies, Global Studies, and Social Justice, and I'm also a peer advisor for CLA Advising. Welcome to the placement testing video. The purpose of this video is to help you learn more about the placement tests so you'll be ready to take them in preparation for your on-campus orientation. So, you may be asking yourself, what are placement tests for? Do I have to take them? Well, placement tests help determine where you fit in the course sequences at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus. Some of your coursework may transfer with equivalency to the University of Minnesota and fulfill degree requirements. However, placement testing is still required to help place you in the most appropriate course for your current level of understanding. Here are some facts you might find helpful about placement tests. There are 3 placement tests that you may need to take: math, chemistry, and second language for French, German, or Spanish. All CLA students are required to take the placement test. However, depending on your prior coursework, you may be exempt from having to take one or more of the tests. Placement tests should be completed at least 2 weeks before you attend your on-campus orientation. This will ensure that your advisor will have the results to help you register for courses. Placement tests are not for credit, will not be graded, and can only be taken once, so take them seriously and do your best. A link to the placement test is one of the steps in your new student checklist. First up is the math placement test. All students are required to complete a math placement test, even if you have or expect to have pre-college credit like AP or IB, or if you would have earned college credits in the mathematics. Even if you don't think you will be taking a math course, math may be a prerequisite for another course that you must take. If you don't complete the math placement test prior to orientation, it will be difficult to plan for those courses. There is a practice test available for you to take, and because there are no calculators or other resources allowed, we recommend that you check out the practice test first. The placement test is timed and must be completed in one sitting. Okay, so that's math. Next up is the chemistry placement test. While chemistry is not a required subject for all CLA students, it is one of many options available for fulfilling the physical science with lab liberal education requirement. You do not need to take a chemistry placement test if you have never taken a chemistry course. If you have taken a high school chemistry course and wish to go on in chemistry, then you should take the placement test. And finally, the last placement test. This test is related to the CLA second language requirement. I will go over the entrance proficiency test, what we call the EPT, and when the EPT is not necessary. For those of you with several years of language instruction, I'll go over the possibility of taking a proficiency exam to complete the requirement. Proficiency in a second language through the 4th semester is required if you are pursuing a Bachelor of Arts degree, Bachelor of Individualized Studies degree, or a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in art. Many of you have taken French, German, or Spanish. If you took 2 or 3 years of one of these languages in high school or at the college level, you should take the EPT to determine your placement. It consists of 3 parts: reading, listening, and writing. All parts must be completed prior to your on-campus orientation date. Entrance proficiency for these languages are completely online and you can only take them once. Placement for other languages may be available through individual departments. Please check out your new student checklist for more information. You do not need to take the EPT if any of the following apply to you. You plan to study a language other than French, German, or Spanish. You plan to begin your language study with a first-year course. You have completed the second language requirement through college-level coursework, or if English is your second language. In other words, you are a non-native English speaker. If you are a non-native English-speaking student, talk with your advisor at orientation about this requirement in the assessment process. If you believe your skills are above the 4th semester level in a second language, you should sign up to take the Language Proficiency Exam, or LPE. This test is administered on campus and is not required to be completed prior to orientation. You can find out more information on the LPE on the language testing website, which is available through your new student checklist. Well, I think that about covers it. I hope you have found this video helpful in understanding placement tests. And remember, don't worry, they're not graded and don't count toward credit. They simply help your advisor help you find classes that fulfill degree requirements that you will enjoy.